So you've dedicated your life to saving animals. Isn't it now weird and wrong to be eating them? There's a great conversation building on the internet. Should veterinarians be vegan? It's such a great point to bring up, and I think you probably already have an opinion, and I'd love to hear it down in the comments. Stick around till the end. I'll share my experience, my conclusion, and my personal take on the matter, and what I personally believe. Let's see if you agree with me. As a practicing veterinarian with experience in the farming industry, as well as inspection of slaughterhouses and export facilities for animals, I think I have a pretty good idea of where everyone is coming from. I think the first point to start with is, what are the meat avoiders saying, and why does their argument sound so compelling? Vegans argue that all sentient animals deserve life and freedom. If you believe that, the right thing would be to avoid products that cause animals harm or of any sort of animal origin. That logic makes a lot of people pause, especially if you work every day to stop any sort of animal suffering. In fact, plant-based interest has exploded. Google searches for vegan near me jumped by 5,000% in 2021. Plant-based retail sales were $6.1 billion in 2022. And in 2025, a collaborative research by YouGov and Veterinarian calculated that approximately 25.8 million people globally tried veganism for the first time in 2025. So yes, I think it's safe to say veganism isn't just a niche anymore. The movement is influencing culture, the industry, and is even popping up in medical conversations. Yeah, there are people that have transitioned their pets to full vegan diets. There are commercially available, balanced vegan diets on the market right now for pets. I'm having a little trouble with that one. Vegan dog? So whose choice was that really? What do you think? Okay, let's look at the veterinarians. What do we actually do and want? And what are we sworn to protect? First things are that vets are medical professionals that diagnose disease, relieve pain, improve welfare, and advise on husbandry. And then yes, we also care for animals used in the food production systems. Many of us also spend time or even make full-time jobs working on farms, helping animals live healthier lives and give their lives in a more humane way when necessary. But there's also a huge shortage of production or farm vets in many countries, such as the USA. And it's these vets that play a crucial role in improving welfare at scale, not just treating pets. So there are less warriors fighting this ethical battle. So in short, veterinarians are not just a single issue group. Our job is to reduce suffering and to improve health across many contexts. Companion animals, wildlife, and production animals, which directly complicates the oversimplified question of should vets be vegan. I'll be honest, as a vet, I've cried with owners, argued treatment plans, and I've made impossible calls. But being a vet is emotional, and ethics are messy. And that's okay. But now we should ask, where did this idea that vets should be fully vegan actually stem from? Largely, it's basically from two overlaps. Shared concern between vegans and vets for animal welfare, and frustration that animal agriculture can be harmful when poorly managed, as it is currently being managed in many systems. Vegans see vets as natural allies, people who protect and stand for the welfare of animals. Some believe vets should lead by example, by abstaining completely from meat. But on the flip side, vets see themselves as advocates for working within systems to reduce suffering. And that's sometimes by advising better farming practices, having improved animal health care, and improving welfare policies. Think of it as two different strategies to the same puzzle. One says, stop building the puzzle completely, and the other says, make the puzzle building better. To put this together, in general, vegans use a moral argument, avoid participating in harm. Veterinarians use a medical and welfare argument, reduce harm, heal where possible, and improve systems. Those two overlap a lot, but their core approaches are very different. Now, all of that being said, that doesn't mean a vet can't be vegan. Many vets actually are vegan. It also doesn't mean that vets who eat meat are hypocrite. There are vets pushing for better animal welfare in animal agriculture every single day and still consume animal products. But now I want to know, what do you think? Personally, I think both can exist. Yes, there's huge room for improvement in how we raise and use animals destined for food, especially in developing countries. And vets have a huge role to play in that. But making it a universal professional requirement on an ethical and moral ground, that's not practical, nor is it fair. This conversation is so multifactorial: cultural, food security, economics, religion, and personal ethics. All of them need to be weighed out, and a simple yes or no just won't do it justice. Just so you know, I asked you guys on Instagram in a poll of should vets be vegan, and a whopping 89% of you said no, which is super interesting because I actually thought the answer would be closer to 50-50 or even higher than that. I've got this dream goal of hitting 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube, so tapping that subscribe button will really mean a lot. And hey, the more people form part of this family and this army, the more good we can do for animals all across the planet.